It is by will alone that I set my mind in motion. It is by the juice of Java that thoughts acquire speed, that the lips acquire stain, the stains become a warning. It is by will alone I set my mind in motion.
Oh Lord, give me coffee to accept the things I cannot change, the extra espresso shot to change the things I can, and one more cup so I can tell the difference. Grande.
Hail, coffee full of cream, caffeine is with thee. Blessed art thou amongst the beverages, and blessed is the result of thy consumption, wakefulness. Holy coffee, color of mud, be there for us workers, now at the hour of our commute, so must it brew.
Caffeine is my shepherd, I shall not doze. It maketh me to wake in green pastures. It leadeth me beyond the sleeping masses. It restoreth my buzz. It leadeth me into a path of consciousness for its name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of addiction, I fear no equal, for thou art with me. Thy cream and thy sugar, they comfort me. Thou preparest a carafe before me in the presence of Juan Valdez. Thou anointest my day with pep, my mug runneth over. Surely richness and taste shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of Duncan forever.
Good morning, Planet Flipside. How about you this morning? We saved you a seat. May your coffee cup runneth over, and may your day be magical.
Good morning, Planet Flipside. Hello, all you beautiful cats and kittens out there.
Good morning.
Welcome to the Coffeehouse. I'm Vixen Littlepaw. This is Cherry Bomb Pop, and this is the Straight Savage Mel.
Heather,
How y'all doing?
Don't grab the coffee. It's going to be hot. Heather said, Yeah. Heather says, I'm here. Gonna grab coffee and cereal. Don't grab it. It's probably hot.
I have cold coffee.
Not me.
Good morning, Dane. Good morning, Heather.
Wow. Honey, do you have your mic on?
Somebody was calling me.
Oh.
Good morning, everybody.
Where'd she go? So
Good
this morning
Leslie.
in the green room, we were talking about phones, and
you got Irish coffee.
I have my phone. I've had the same phone for more than 2 years now. I want to say it's been 3. It could be longer. I'm not sure.
See, my problem is we do the 30-month payoff, and we end up like not even 24 months in going, we need new phones.
Morning, Chrissy. Usually I'm like that. Usually I'm like, okay, we're really close to paying it off. Let's just pay it off and get new phones.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Because I'm ready for something bigger and better. But I don't like anything that's come out.
This is the S9 I still have. And
that's what I have. I have the 10. Do I have the 9?
We got
10? I think I have the 10 Plus.
Yeah, we got the Note 10 Plus 5Gs when they first came out, because that was when we were ready for upgrades. And actually, no, we hadn't even paid our iPhone 8 Pluses off at that point. Like, when we got these ones, we paid Verizon a lot of money, just like we just did, to get new phones. And then we got these ones, and they had just come out. But I keep bouncing back and forth between Android and Apple. I think that there's a company that just needs to make a phone that works for both. Hello, mister.
You want an Andrapple is what you're saying?
Yeah.
An Andrapple.
Yeah, I don't understand. Like, I do understand the marketing ploy behind having different brands of phone.
Appleroid.
You had a 10 Plus. You're not trading it. I can't. My 10 Plus is.
I like my 10 Plus.
It's a problem child. It is.
Well, you got the Note though, right?
Yes,
you got the 10 Plus Note.
That's my mister. Him saying him loves me a dinosaur.
I know it's
dinosaur like Jurassic Park.
Yes. Justin had we went from the Note 5s, and then we were going to get the 7s. They started exploding.
Yep.
Then we were going to do the 8s, and then he said he wanted to try Apples, and I was like, all right, fine. So we got the iPhone 8 Plus, and it was a great phone. It was consistent. We didn't have Wi-Fi in the house, so it seemed like we were trying to find Wi-Fi to update these motherfuckers all the time. And then we found out there's certain things like you can't use universal products on Apple. You can't, if you want ringtones, you have to buy them.
This is why I've never been an Apple person.
Blah, blah. Which, okay, fine. I can deal with that. But, and now you can actually use Chrome and Google on Apple. Okay. So it's more user friendly. And then everybody says, oh, well, you know, Android is the one who builds Apple's parts and blah, 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 blah. And yeah, that's true. They do. They use a lot of hardware that Androids are built off of. And yeah,
that's why they get it after us.
Right. Mm-hmm. And they're a little technologically behind. Okay, fine. But when I read reviews that the new Google Pixel 6 is just a shit phone, and they should have never made a phone after the 3XL, and that the new Samsung 21 Ultra 5G, whatever the fuck it is having overheating issues consistently. Mm-hmm. And that the iPhone that is currently out is the best on the market. What am I going to go for?
You got to do what's right for you.
Yeah, you got to do what's right for you, boo-boo. I can't. Apple screwed me so many years ago, and I just can't.
Right, and it left a bad taste in your mouth, and I understand that, and I respect that. And I still have my iPhone 8 Plus. I mean, I could have very well said, no, I'll just plug my SIM card back into that phone. But at the same time...
Hi, I'm a Taurus.
You're just a bullheaded motherfucker.
Yeah.
I was just going to say, so that's not going to change. I think, honestly, it's going to be a lot like the Notes with the Samsung, and probably February, they're going to fix everything. And at the same time, come out with something new that everybody wants.
And
that's usually what happens.
Don't realize is Samsung and Apple come out with their phones within a month of each other every year. The new generations come out. They start coming out in September. Mm-hmm. I have been researching, and when I tell you that we start talking about upgrading our phones, I start researching as soon as Justin says, "Hey, what about a new phone?" Like just in passing.
Oh yeah,
that's
and I spend months researching.
I do
obsessively.
I want to know what I'm getting into,
and I want to touch one before I buy it.
Oh, we touched one. It's literally the same size as the Note 10. It's 0.01 millimeters smaller than the phone that I have currently. Because we're getting the 13 Pro Max, because my little hands need big phones, apparently. I don't understand it. I can't.
I like a chocolate bar. I like the size of a little bit bigger than a chocolate bar.
I like my little S9. It's a good size.
If I could take a tablet and literally make phone calls off of a tablet, just dial right out of a tablet, I would be perfectly fine.
You can.
My phone has to fit in my pocket. I don't carry a purse.
Okay, so this is...
I have a bra.
I have the S10. This is the size.
I sweat.
See, my hands are huge.
I sweat.
They're water resistant, dear.
I don't care. I don't want my phone covered in sweat when it's in my face.
So you turn it backward. See, but then again, because I have the pop sockets on the back, it like sits off of my body. So when I put it in there, it doesn't... I get you, but like I can't just.
I know.
If I put it in my pocket, it's going to end up broke. And that's another thing. Justin busts his phone consistently. I have dropped my phone. I have thrown phones. I have never had to replace it. I dropped a phone in water once, and it worked for 8 months after.
When I had a laptop once, and this poor laptop. At one point, I loved this laptop. But at one point, I had stacks of books behind it because the hinges broke. So if you open it up, it just went, pfft, so I had stacks of books. The Q key, my daughter pulled the Q key off of the thing, and I just hit the rubber nub that was there when I needed a Q. Yeah. And that thing got juice spilled on it once, and it wasn't working for a little while. And then it started working kind of okay. The keyboard, I mean. And a friend of mine was drinking wine and spilled wine in it. and it started working just perfectly after that.
The alcohol.
The alcohol got into the.
They tried it out.
Dissolved the sticky. I was like, oh my god, we couldn't do that again if we tried. That thing, we abused that thing. It was an Acer, and I loved it. That was one of my favorite.
I had an
Your household is very hard on electronics.
And the funny thing is it was small. Like it was probably as big as my iPad.
The netbook.
Yes.
The Acer netbook. I had one of those. Oh my god,
dude! I used to
thing.
fucking abuse the shit out of it. And I got out of bed one day and I didn't realize it was right where my foot was going to land, and I stepped on it. And that was it.
Yes. Oh, okay. Here, we used to watch this show called Screensavers. We are tech heads, okay? And Leo Laporte. Honestly, I want to be the Leo Laporte of here. But he's one of my favorite. He does some really great tech shows. Anywho, back when flip phones were still vogue, like everyone had a flip phone. I think it was the Razor that was the big one. It just flipped down.
Had a Razor.
I had.
Neither did I.
One.
I didn't have one either. But
it was pretty.
The new Samsungs came out, and they were about this size. I think they were the 5s. When they came out, and he was like, this thing is like a bar of chocolate against your face. It's so huge. And I was like, I want it. When he said that, I'm like, I want that. Now he mocks flip phones. Yeah.
Terrible. Before flip phones came, or not before touchscreen phones came out, I was very anti-touchscreen. And I had sliders and I had flip phones and, and the funny thing is looking back, there's a couple of phones I wish were still in existence, like that weren't ran off of analog, that were run off of digital, because they were fucking beasts.
My Trio 650 was the counter to the BlackBerry. I love that freaking phone. I had that phone longer than any phone I've ever had.
BlackBerries were fucking indestructible.
I loved it. The Trio 650, but I could do stuff on the Trio 650 that you couldn't do on the BlackBerry.
Right.
It was a green screen, like the old green screen computers.
Yeah.
But man, did I love that phone. And it had a case that was clear plastic. And we used to call it the Secret Service, because the phone would go flying and the case would just take the whole brunt of it and go in 3 different pieces.
Yeah.
In 3 different directions, and you just put it back together, and that thing. I love that phone. And they could go on the internet. You could go on the internet with it and check your email, which was big deal. Like only BlackBerries could do that. You couldn't do that with every phone.
Right.
And I loved that phone. I really did.
Yeah.
Till it died. I had it till it died.
When we were in Verizon looking, because we went in to go pay off our phones, I was looking at the newer flip phones and the newer fold phones, and they wouldn't be bad except for the screens get a crease in them. And that's not good for screens, y'all.
No. Yeah, I love the idea. The tech is very, very cool. Yeah. But we're not there with we need more self-repairing screen first.
Yes.
Which they have. It's just very expensive.
Yeah.
It's not caught up to general public usage yet.
My dad showed me
hey, Claire.
Something the other day that was a TV that is super, super like thin, and it actually rolls up like into a tube. I'm like, you're
like I said, it's there. The technology is there.
$100,000.
No, thank you.
I was gonna say, but we can't afford it yet. Give it 5 more years.
Like literally,
because technology is moving too fast.
My father mentioned actually seeing one of those screens that rolled up like a thing, a tech show when he was a kid.
Oh wow!
And yeah, so it's like it's been a concept for like decades.
Yeah.
It's just the problem is that our money and also the consumers aren't ready. When the consumers are ready, they'll find ways.
That can't even afford to live, and then you've got people paying $100,000 so their TV doesn't block their view of the city skyline.
Yep.
Why the fuck would you want a view of a city skyline?
Because people do.
It's
People
fucking weird to
get
me.
pissy about putting up wind farms because it'll block their view.
But it's
what?
better
The
for
desert?
the environment.
I'm not arguing with you. I agree. But
I
they don't
would
care.
rather look at a desert landscape than a fucking urban jungle.
I like all landscapes. I'm kind
Yeah.
of partial just to landscape. I like them all, but that's the artist in me going, you know what you could do with that?
I think we're overpopulated, and it's.
I tell everybody that cemeteries need to go. They don't like it when I say that.
Do you
but
know in
cemeteries
Germany
need to go.
that when you pass away, if you're buried, you're only buried for 30 years. Then they remove you from your grave and cremate you. And I think that actually is not a horrible idea.
Well, they just take up where we could have parks or even
right. They use more of their natural resources, and I like that idea. Then again, I don't want to be put,
especially the ones that have manicured lawns. Not the older ones, but the newer ones with the manicured lawns, and that's too much resources for dead people. I'm sorry, and I'm big into my ancestors and who my ancestors, but most of them were burned after they died anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Right, Heather. I would rather see
Heather. I could hear Heather. Nope, countryside. The mountains.
There's very few things that I'm picky about, like that I need. That I shouldn't say need. That I want. That are more technological than. Like, I live in a 2-bedroom, 1-bath house. I'm completely content with my house. I don't need anything bigger. Well, I do.
You'd like an extra room.
I would. I'd like a craft room. I could turn that room into a craft room.
No,
then I have to go outside.
See, I would like mine to be separate from the house. Have its own independent internet and air conditioning, so I can set it where I want it.
See, my trucker has his house and I have mine.
Smokestack style.
Cool.
Dane, we'll just put you in a set of pipes and blow you out. It'll be fine. It'll be your last blowjob.
Yeah, hubby.
Can't put those wind turbines on those mountains. Let's just go ahead and
strip mine something then. I believe the reason why people have that mindset is because we have become such an instant gratification society in general. Like, at some point, we just really just need to get back to our roots.
Well,
that's why I get excited every time somebody talks about an apocalypse. I'm like, let it fucking happen. But then again, I didn't have internet for 5 days and I about lost my fucking mind.
I was just going to say that. There are things.
But it would be different if we all were in the same situation. When you're the only one without it.
It is different.
It is different.
That's what I meant by smokestack. One of the things that we have always talked about is getting an old missile silo and converting it into living quarters and computers, and different levels would be different things. Hydroponic farms, fish farms, blah 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 blah. Anyway, one of the things that technology would play a big part in it. It would be back to roots, and it would be very green because we also set a hydropower, wind power, and solar power. Mm-hmm. So we could be off the grid, but at the same time, we could still be networked
into it, right,
to the rest of the world. Because I think it's important that you don't completely go off the grid, because you got to know what's going on around you to survive.
I mean, I still have family in the hills in Tennessee that have never come off that hill.
Yeah.
And they're perfectly fine.
But I like technology.
I do too. I like the convenience of it. At the same time, I also hate it because of the convenience of it. I think
It's not the convenience for me. It's the ooh. Look what it could do.
My father was very anti-technology. Like, he passed away right before the internet was like life.
Right.
I mean, the man didn't even have a DVD player when he passed away. He still had a VCR in 2006. So I don't think that he would like nor would survive in the world that we live in today. And I see a lot of his views. And I agree with a lot of his views. But at the same time, the internet. Like, that's where I'm stuck. I mean, I'd be good with it.
I would be good with that, like, on the weekends.
I could do
I don't think I have, okay, I have done that lifestyle. I have lived it. We didn't have indoor plumbing at the farm until I was 8.
Mm-hmm.
So no running water, none of that. So I've done it, and it's, once you do it, it's one, it's a lot of work, but two, there's also other things you have to realize, that the convenience of modern life has awarded us things like better health, easier and better food production,
if you can afford those things.
Right.
Yeah. But I mean, candles, oil lamps, and fireplaces are nice to I think taking breaks from the modern world is always a good thing. Getting back to the really roots of it is a good thing, but a 24/7, that's just a lot.
Big commitment.
It's a lot of work, but at the same time, you don't depend on technology as much because you're out there working and doing the shit that you need to get done to survive that day.
Right. But then you have people like me and hubby who have 3 special needs children.
Correct.
That we can't hardly make it through with all the conveniences that we have.
I look at the world as, like I said, it's overpopulated.
Well, you know, the middle one would be in love with it just being outside all the time.
Naked.
Yes, I wasn't going to say that, but yes.
I get
naked in the river.
That's about right.
Yeah.
Trained pottying in the woods. Yep. I remember that too. Just got to chase after them and clean them up.
I think my issue is the way that I see the future is, it's going to be very new version of Total Recall, and I'm not okay with it. I don't like that. I don't like the way that, I don't want to see Blade Runner actually become a reality.
Well, and the thing is that, and I don't think anybody really does. And honestly, every generation thinks it is going to be the generation that sees the apocalypse, whatever that may be, whatever your idea is. It's the end
well, the thing
world.
is technically we are living in an apocalypse every fucking day.
I also don't want the future to be like Idiocracy, just saying.
Yeah. Oh God, no! I don't. Oh God, no. No.
I could have gone my whole life without watching that movie.
You're fucking welcome. Look, if I gotta suffer through somebody or through something, everybody around me is gonna suffer through it. Okay. Misery loves company, motherfucker.
Except Tiger King.
I finished
my gosh!
I fucking finished it. Supposedly, Carol Baskin did not kill her husband. Homeland Security has known that he has been in Costa Rica and knows where he is and has for the whole time, and they just let it stay. They just let the media take the whole Carol killing her husband thing. But that's according to Carol Baskin. So
I was just gonna say, and this is according to whom?
Carol Baskin.
Killed his husband, whacked him.
Ooh, whacked
and convinced me
that
it
tigers,
didn't
they
happen.
snack it.
Well, in all honesty, if they did have something on her, she'd be in jail. So
yeah.
Well, I want to know what she's got on everybody else to keep herself above in the
above everything else. Yeah.
Right. Like,
I don't.
Who's she blowing? Because
I'm not.
somebody.
I'm just. when they said they were in Florida, I was like, yeah.
Yep.
And I find it like, and granted, the people who have been taken down for what they have been taken down for have deserved it, because it has been proven that they have abused the animals. And big cat people really are not the most sane people. But
Imagine that.
Can't be.
It seems like she is taking out all of her competition to be the only one besides like government funded zoos. And I'm like, what's this bitch gonna do when she dies? She's gonna be dead. Nobody's gonna remember her 30 years after she's dead.
Oh yeah, the Carol Baskin song will be around way after we're dead, because it's funny. So it's kind of like Bring Around the Rosie. It's gonna become something else. People aren't gonna realize what it's all about.
We have been in a rough patch for the last 30 years. Think about it. I've only been around for 41 years. So, I mean, as far as I know, the world has only been going to shit for the last 30 years.
I'd say 20, but
George Jetson is 41 years old. The Jetsons are set in 2062. His birthday is August 27th. Based on that, his mother will be getting pregnant on Thanksgiving weekend. Welcome to the world, George Jetson. And I agree, change does take time.
And I think the pendulum sways, and that's just one of the things I believe, the pendulum sways. And basically,
speaking of time, has anybody started watching The Wheel of Time yet?
I've already finished all of the episodes that Prime has out. When I binge, baby. I binge.
I was gonna say, no, I haven't had the time.
You guys forget, you sleep.
No, I don't sleep, but I
on.
play Candy Crush lately when I can't sleep because my anxiety is so bad.
Yeah, I was Apple Toast Crunch Rocks. Yeah. No, I watched it not last night, the night before.
But I plan on watching it. Also,
it's good. I'll tell you that.
I'm a little excited about Hawkeye coming out.
Yeah,
in a couple days.
Yeah, you do have to tell Cherry no spoilers.
Yeah, otherwise I will fucking completely ruin it for everybody.
Right. Yeah, don't ruin it for me because I want to watch it.
Oh no, what I will tell you is it's a good series so far. I did not read the books, so I have nothing to base it off of, but watching it, the aesthetics and the storyline are very pleasing.
Awesome.
My brother's absolute favorite book series, The Time of
The Wheel of Time.
I don't know if you've read the Sword of Truth series, but I was so disappointed with the TV show they made out of it.
No, honey, I'm one of those bitches that I don't want to read it.
Was it called The Sword of Truth?
I think it was, maybe. It was terrible. It was terrible.
Apparently, sometimes your body.
I don't remember.
Even on its own, if you didn't know the stories, it was terrible.
There was.
Go ahead.
Oh, what was it called? Crap.
Terry Goodkind. I recommend that series. That's actually really good.
Which one?
The Sword of Truth series. It's by Terry Goodkind.
So last night, my brain decided to shut down and actually let me sleep I slept for fucking 9 hours last night.
Wow.
I was asleep at like midnight.
Wow.
Weird. I didn't get home till 3.
But so before I fell out, I forgot that we got Discovery Plus with our new data plan. So I was watching through and I had this obsession with stupid reality TV shows. I fucking hate it. But I started watching Sister Wives again.
Oh.
Yeah, see, I told you, stupid reality TV. And the newest.
Well, I don't know. I've never seen it or any clips of it.
Oh, God.
So I don't know.
It's
Cody
terrible.
is the most narcissistic, gaslighting motherfucker I've ever met in my life. I want to strangle the motherfucker. Like, one of his many children has scoliosis, and her pain level is between an 8 to a 10 on a daily basis, and she's now almost an adult. And in the 15th season, because they're going into season 16, the premieres tonight.
Oh, Jesus. Wow. Well, at least they're making money.
Right. But this was when the pandemic first hit, and he had the gall to tell his daughter, maybe we should postpone your surgery because we have other people in the family to worry about. Motherfucker, your child is in pain constantly, and you're telling her to wait? Well, I'm just not going to show up if you go do your surgery when you're scheduling it. Fuck you! You don't deserve that child.
I hope Jelly Bean feels better. Did she drink water?
Must drink water.
She needs to drink water.
Well,
water fixes everything.
Yeah. Dehydrated, drink some water. Want to kill a motherfucker? Drown him. But I was trying to play catch up in between last season and what's coming. Let's just say it was not the wife I expected to walk away that walked away. I was like, damn. Okay, Christine. Shit. Good on you. Good the fuck on you.
I watched Survivor, like the first 4, maybe. Maybe. But after a while, it just gave me ulcers.
Like when shows become predictable, that's when I'm like, nah, I'm done.
Well, what was bothering me, it didn't even bother. Well,
I am an avid Survivor watcher.
I know. There was one guy on there who was an astronaut, an ex-astronaut at one point. I know the kind of training astronauts go through. And why he didn't win or know how to do things that he should have known how to do was fucking beyond me. Every time, here's a great fire. It's very important. If you want to survive, you really need fire. Yeah. Also water. You need fresh water. There are ways to do that. Like fresh water, you dig a hole. There's way. Okay, you could do it in about 5 hours to start getting fresh water right away.
This is why you would not be
anywhere.
Put on the show.
Yeah, anywhere in the world, this will work, and I will show anyone who needs to know. Also, you need to know how to start a fire at least more than 2 ways. You really need to know in case you need it. In case there is an apocalypse,
I only know, but okay, without having any kind of technology like lighters or matches, there's only 2 ways that I know how to start fire, and you need strings and.
If you need a string, you need to know how to make string, and there are a lot of ways to do that.
Give me a vine, give me a leaf that I can twist like a motherfucker.
Yeah, there are ways. But the thing that kills me the most is when there are people on your team who have glasses.
Mm-hmm. Oh, some of them have done that, and they've actually broken their glasses doing it.
I didn't think about that because magnifying glasses.
Yeah, I mean, it takes a while because, of course, it's not everybody has strong prescriptions, but anything that's reflective, you can do it. You could do it with the back of a compass if you needed to, but it just drives me crazy.
And preparing for the apocalypse is also preparing for a natural disaster.
Yeah, preparing for apocalypse. And I've been doing that my whole life because I lived in Michigan, and our house got buried more than once, and we lived on top of the hill. Okay, I can't even imagine people having to tunnel out at the bottom of the hill. We would tunnel out at the top of the hill, and you have to be ready for stuff like that. You have to be ready wherever you live. I live in Florida now. We usually have an apocalypse every year.
It's where we send all the old people to die.
I know. I so fucking know.
Oh, that was weird. My entire lower body just popped. I didn't think about Ziploc bags. So I got to get this out before I forget it.
Yeah, Ziploc bag.
Decided Dune is a medieval futuristic setting, by the way.
No spoilers.
Yeah. Well, no, that's just even if you read the books.
I am just reminding you.
Just remind
This is the thing.
I haven't watched it yet. I haven't, but I haven't watched it yet.
For my entire life.
Your entire life.
Which means it's been out for your entire life too, lady.
Don't care. Don't spoil it.
The reason why I say that is I was watching it the other night, and it just reminded me very of medieval Renaissance period-esque times, and at the same time, it's also very futuristic. So it's
Frank
that
Herbert.
makes it more fun.
I think Frank Herbert actually had Arthurian
It's like
legends.
Renaissance in space. Sorry.
Yeah, he had Arthurian legends in mind, and each planet is a
Dune, Brent, Dune.
Each planet is a household. So
Yeah.
instead of each country or fiefdom, depending on. So yeah, I agree with that too. The thing I like about Dune, and this is going back, this has nothing to do with any of the movies. Well, a little bit, but not anything that's going to be shocking. One of the things I love about the books is he came up with his own religions for all of these different planets, and like the Orange Catholic religion has nothing to do with Catholicism. I don't know why he chose that to be the title, but except for the Bene Gesserit witches are a lot like the original nuns. It's just it's amazing how much there is, and it's all inferred. It's not like, here, have this on a platter. You just have to kind of pay attention
to find the information, really.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta think a little bit.
He was a great writer, and I don't care for the newer books that his son has written. He doesn't have the flair his father did for writing. But
hey,
it's
give
kind
the
of
kid
cool
effort. Give him a grade for effort, though. He's trying.
He wants the money.
Well, I mean, it's his motivation.
I give him that. He wants the money really bad. Want a hot dog really bad.
You remind me of the 4th of July. One thing makes me want a hot dog real bad. They took that fucking audio from me, those bastards.
You have to do it yourself.
I know.
Just like this one.
I'm still waiting to hear the "oh no, I've hit pan."
Yeah, oh no, I've hit pan.
Oh no, my pan.
They're showing.
I did one the other day and it was, oh no, my feeling, it's broken. Somebody said you got to do fuck next. Oh no, my fucks, they're gone.
They're gone. Mine is, oh, you hurt my feeling. Just heartburn, never mind.
Oh, the guy from the Outer Banks, he's going to be in the movie I was telling you about, The Uglies.
Which one?
The main
guy?
I don't remember his name.
He's a good actor.
JB, whatever.
Do you know what I found on HBO Max that made my fucking life?
No. I don't, but you're going to tell me, and I'm going to enjoy it.
My favorite book in the entire world is The Outsiders, and I don't know why, but it's just always been my favorite book. I found
a really old copy of it.
Nice.
Makes me happy.
Stay golden, pony boy.
And they have yet to ever remake that movie, which makes it even better.
Oh
no, they hit me right in the fuck I don't give. See, here's the thing, Heather, is I really have no fucks to give. I can't remember a time when I did.
Oh, if you have Disney Plus and you enjoy either superhero or martial arts movies, it doesn't matter which one, because it's like a marriage. Shang-Chi.
The new Marvel.
Shang-Chi.
Shang-Chi. It's hard to say. Because he's called both Shang and Sean, depending on what part of the movie you're watching. So it makes it difficult to pronounce it correctly. My feeling switch is either broken or stuck. Just check back later and find out, okay?
See, that's why I said I don't remember a time where I had a fuck to give. I live in a very jaded world, and I'm okay with it.
It's okay. It's okay. Oh, here's another thing. Everyone's invited Thursday night at 8 p.m. to our Thanksgiving show.
Yes.
Those of you who are like, what?
What? You're having a Thanksgiving show?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Homespun Magic is going to be
yeah.
a Thanksgiving edition.
It's going to be a Thanksgiving edition. If you want to show up, that's great. If you are part of the
The cast
on-camera
and crew?
yeah, bring trivia. This is your night to bring trivia, or Mel, if you can make it any of your cards. 5 things, all those.
I don't know if I have those anymore.
Oh, I
I'll
thought you
have
got
to
them after
dig
you
out and
moved.
find out where I put
I
apples
did,
to
but then I
apples.
wasn't using them, and I might have gotten rid of them.
Well, anyways, you can all look stuff up on the internet.
Yeah.
So I was just thinking about that. I'm like, you know what we can do? You know what I'm gonna do? If I doubt at 8:00 I'll still be eating dinner, but if I have anything left, I'll probably be eating it. So you guys are more than welcome to bring your dinner with you. Shang-Chi and the Legends of the Ten Rings. See, I can say it when I'm reading it.
Oh no, that hit me right in the. Oh, I forgot what I was saying. Oh well.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Oh, what?
I feel like it needs to be Monday for some reason.
Can we not?
It's
I know,
tomorrow.
I'm sorry. I know, but like I've been a day ahead or a day behind for like the last week and a half, and it's driving me nuts. I need to just fucking be present, and my brain just does not want to be present. It's like, no, we're either a day behind. It's either Friday or I'm sorry, it's either Saturday or Monday. Which one? Neither it's Sunday. No, it's either Friday or Monday. When did we just switch to Friday? It was Saturday. What? No, fuck
See?
it.
See? Linux Mint is one of my favorite operating systems, actually. I really like it. If I'm doing things that, you can use Blender and GIMP and everything on there. Most everything has a free
Heather
backup.
says, look here, if I got any left, it's got to be hidden for it to be a leftover at my house. Right?
She doesn't have leftovers.
No. Like last year, I think we only made a 10-pound turkey, and we demolished, between 3 people, we demolished that like that day. It was gone.
Wow.
I have 2 males in the house.
I know.
And one's a teenager.
Survival mode all the time. I'm a snacker.
So you picked all day.
I did. And it doesn't help that I'm one of those people that I have to try my food while I'm cooking it.
Mm.
So
me too.
Like there was that. And then yesterday, Justin's mom asked the teenager what we were doing for Thanksgiving, and he said, we're having it at our house. And she goes, oh, are you not inviting myself and your aunt? And I said, oh, you done fucked up. Now I got to call your dad. Poor kid didn't realize what he did. So I called his dad. He called his mom. And she's like, well, I was kind of half serious, but I was kind of joking around. And I was like, I don't have the food for that many people. He goes, well, no, because I explained to her that we're going over to her house on Friday. I was like, oh, we are. Okay.
Morning, Polite.
Good morning, Polite. Wow. It's like a stone, Dane.
Vista, yeah. Upgraded to Windows 7.
Woo!
I'm not happy with Windows right now. It's kind of all screwed up my laptop. I think I might be putting Ubuntu on my laptop since I don't need it anymore because of the computer. The Windows stuff.
Uh-huh. Excuse me, I apologize.
Because the only thing I really needed it for was the Switch, actually. the card reader. When I sat down and thought about it, I'm like, I could be on Ubuntu. I really don't need Windows anymore. I like Ubuntu if I'm using it like if I'm using my laptop for just about anything, Ubuntu is probably my go-to. Mint is like if I want to do coding and stuff like that.
I got a new thing.
A thing?
And I thought it was fun. A thing. And I was trying to figure out where to put it on the background for everybody to see it, but where I had it, nobody could see it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You never know what you have until it's gone. Toilet paper, for instance. You don't know what you got until it's gone. And you find out a little too late.
Brent is ready.
He's
ready. On top of things.
I have the room set up. I just need to go in and edit it to not be the coffee house. And then I'll put the link out after we're done here.
Yep. She is on top of it. I need to figure out what I'm going to eat. I haven't eaten yet today. I took my pills on an empty stomach. That probably wasn't a great idea.
No.
But
ma'am,
I didn't want to skip them.
Thank you for taking your meds. We appreciate that.
So I'm not going to be a crying mess today.
But we need you to put food in that belly.
I know. I just don't know what. We had steak last night. It was delicious.
Nice.
They were really thick. So hubby thought he had burnt them, like he overcooked them. No, it was perfect. It was like almost blue rare in the middle.
Oh,
it was
Laura made cracked chicken.
So good. Cracked chicken.
With it's bacon and ranch seasoning and cheese and numminess.
It was
I make Rocky Top Rubble chicken, which
chicken
is
crack is it can almost be used as a dip though.
Yeah.
Oh,
I was thinking that while I was eating. I'm like, this would be a great dip.
It really would. I mean, it's already like the version that I make has cream cheese in it because it's keto friendly.
That's what she used. Yeah.
Okay. And then just like throw some salsa in there.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I'm telling you, it'd be a badass dip.
Whoa. Speaking of that, I saw keto friendly chips. They're made with chicken.
Mm-hmm.
I'd never seen that before.
Well, and another big thing for a replacement or a substitute instead of chips is you can take cheese and bake it into chips.
Well, yeah, we've had those for gluten-free forever.
And
Parmesan chips.
Carries, I was going to say Sam's carries Parmesan chips, and I didn't realize that until about 9 months ago.
They're too salty for me.
For me, I can only have so many.
Yeah.
Before I'm like, okay, this taste is not what my mouth wants anymore. Yeah, yeah.
I want dip with them, but at the same time, I don't because it's already so salty.
Right.
They're just too salty for me.
Now, granted, this time of year is really hard because everybody expects me to jump off keto. And the funny thing is like the meal that I have for Thursday, there's only 2 things on there that aren't keto friendly, and they're kind of a staple for Justin and his family for Thanksgiving, which is cornbread and green bean casserole. Those are the only things that are on the menu that are not keto friendly.
Yeah.
But we don't do traditional Thanksgiving either. Like, we have the turkey, but I do things like jalapeno poppers and broccoli and cauliflower salad. And
I love broccoli and cauliflower salad.
Oh, dude, I've got a recipe that you'll fucking die over. It's so good.
Like mine. I think mine's keto friendly, actually.
It probably is. Mine is cheese and bacon and mayonnaise and broccoli and cauliflower and onions.
Mm-hmm. And then I also put parm. You put parm in yours?
Mm-hmm.
And there's something else.
That's where the cheese comes in.
Oh, so I put sunflowers in mine.
Yeah, you can. That's keto friendly. Mm-hmm. Sunflowers are considered a nut or a seed. So yeah, you can put them in there. But I can't remember what else.
It's probably the same. It's probably the same recipe, it sounds like.
Yeah,
sometimes I slice up I shoestring carrots sometimes if we have them. Oh, and I like to put water chestnuts in mine.
I can't do the water chestnuts, but
I love water chestnuts.
I do too. I can eat a whole fucking can of them with no problem because they're crunchy.
Yeah, they're so crunchy. I dice them up though. It's like extra onions without the hot
or without the onion flavor.
Texture.
I don't even know what
Oh,
the
see,
list.
I
The
like the
list is in the
texture.
purse because that has the information for the check for the payoff for the truck. But like when I was talking to Justin about it, there wasn't anything on there that I haven't already made. Like instead of doing mashed potatoes, I'm doing the loaded cauliflower thing that I did the other day, which is a new addiction, by the way, because it tastes so much like loaded potatoes. It's not even funny. But we just don't do the traditional turkey and potatoes and gravy and stuffing. Like, yeah, I have a recipe for keto stuffing, but I don't want to buy keto bread.
Yeah.
So we're not doing stuffing.
If we do stuffing, I make the bread, gluten-free bread. But
I'm Myrtle.
My mom's stuffing. There is nothing better.
I love ours. Mine is my great grandfather's.
And it's one of those recipes that's, a little bit of this and a little bit of that. Like, I need measurements, Mom. I need measurements.
Measurements are
when I make it, we just throw it in there. Yeah.
Then give me suggestions. I'll take it.
A lot of garlic and everything.
2 Macintosh apples.
No, garlic. That's all you need. Just garlic. Just eat garlic.
We fight over Mom's stuffing.
Look, mine came out of a box growing up.
Nope. No. I don't like that kind.
I don't
like any. I've never tried a stuffing that I like except for hers.
I'm not usually big in stuffing, but I like ours. Ours is an apple sage stuffing. And it's like you said, we eyeball it. Sometimes we put sausage in it, sometimes we don't. It's not a normal thing. It's kind of like one of those, he used to like it with sausage, but we didn't always have it. So
just so you guys know, deviled eggs are keto friendly.
Yeah.
And
I don't do deviled eggs. They make me stop breathing. I know. But I do make them. People tell me they're great. I don't know. I just make them the way we used to make them. Yeah, I make mine. Mine starts out with homemade bread.
I know my mom starts out with 2 king-size loaves of bread that my siblings and I used to be in charge of ripping it apart. I know that much.
Green bean casserole and sweet potato. We don't do green bean casserole because we don't do canned soups in my house because of the gluten. But I
think I have a recipe for cream of mushroom soup. I was
gonna say I can make cream of mushroom soup. It's a roux basically.
I don't like green bean casserole.
But we don't care for it. We don't care for it.
Matter of fact, I have to tell him to stay out of the French fried onions every fucking year, or he will eat them.
You can get gluten-free French fried onions, and we did that one year, but nobody cared for it. So like that's way too much work for people not eating it.
Well, that and the cornbread are the 2 things that are, like I said, on the menu that aren't keto friendly, but those are also a staple for him during this time of year. So those are going to be a part of the meal. So, and I'm not going to say that I'm not going to eat it.
I have never cared for sweet potatoes, like the sweet potatoes where you add extra sugar and
marshmallows.
Yuck.
Me neither.
Never liked it. I don't like sweet potato pie either. I kind of like pumpkin pie, but it's like this tiny little slice with whipped cream on it, and that's it. And that's all I need for the whole year.
I don't eat pumpkin pie.
But I'm not big into sweet potatoes. Until a few years ago, I had this idea and I made sweet potatoes au gratin. So it's layered. It's fresh sweet potatoes sliced up, and then you layer with butter, cheese, and onions, sweet onions, and then you bake it. It's just like au gratin potatoes, like you do the yellow au gratins or the yellow au gratins, the yellow or the others. Those are so good. The sweet
au gratin's not my favorite either. It's not bad, but I really
it depends on who makes it. I don't add. A lot of people add flour to theirs because they think it makes it thicker, and it just makes it textured weird. But the sweet potatoes au gratin was a big hit. Everyone in the family liked it, even the gluten people. So I was pleasantly surprised. I like it, and I don't like sweet potato fries.
What? You're fired.
I don't like them.
You're fired.
No, my mother loves them. She gets them every time she can. I don't care for sweet potatoes. It's not something we grew up eating. So I just
same.
I think that's why. It's just it's weird. But I do like the sweet potatoes.
Potatoes are not supposed to be sweet.
And I only eat about
throw
this
my
much.
hands up in the air
You
and
know,
just hand it to Jesus, y'all.
just hand
Potatoes
them
are
Jesus.
supposed to be savory. They're potatoes.
Yeah.
It's not right.
But, Jesus better take this damn wheel. Don't rush the cook this time. I
Hey,
can't.
baby Jesus, you got your license yet? God's natural Alexa. Are they actually Alexa?
They really are.
Or is it because of all the sugar y'all put in it?
No. Even with like sweet potato fries, yes, they absolutely are. It's like coffee.
No, I had a baked sweet potato once, and they put some cinnamon on it.
Oh.
And that wasn't that bad. It wasn't terrible, but I like a regular potato with butter. I'll eat a baked potato with just butter on it and lots of black pepper.
I in general prefer savory over sweet.
No, not in this house.
What? Sweet?
Hubby has certain things. There is certain things that I will eat that are more on the savory side, but it typically, dude, I'm the person that I could literally pour just a 5-pound bag of sugar down my throat and be happy.
There was this guy who used to go out to coffee with all of us, and he put like 10 teaspoons of sugar in his coffee cup, and like a Denny's standard coffee cup. Oh my God. I asked to try it once because I was just curious. It was so sweet. It was bitter.
So when
the only way I can describe it.
When I switched over from sugar to stevia, I found that I use less stevia than I do sugar because on a normal cup of coffee, a large cup of coffee, I should say, that's a third of a cup of sugar for me.
That's a lot.
Not really. Not in my world.
I have a quarter of a cup for 20 ounces.
For 16 ounces of coffee, it's a third of a cup of sugar.
That is a lot. That's more than 3 and 3.
This thing, I use
that's why I said when I switched to stevia, I found that I use less stevia, and it's not because of the aftertaste. It's not because of the taste.
It's sweeter.
It is.
It's sweeter. It definitely is. Sickly sweet. Yeah, it was.
I don't like buffalo.
Publix makes a buffalo chicken dip. Oh my God.
I don't do buffalo because all I taste is
so good.
Buffalo.
I remember that one time I got wings and they accidentally gave me buffalo wings instead of the regular wings. I ate them on alive. I don't remember where I was, but it might have been Likey. They were actually really good. That's the only time I've had buffalo wings, but they were good.
I don't go for buffalo, but the buffalo chicken dip is so good.
No, I like blackened or jerk chicken. I love jerk chicken, but it's got to be real jerk. Like a Jamaican has to put it on the grill for me. Jerk chicken.
It's got to be authentic.
I don't know what, and nobody will give me a recipe.
Ma'am, you have the power of the internet.
No, I've tried them. They don't. I need somebody to give me one because I've tried a whole bunch of them and they're not right. Well, there's something missing, and I think it's Jamaican culture. I really do. So if any of you Jamaicans out there want to tell me how to do this.
And for those of you who don't know, Vixie is actually really good at sussing out recipes on her own.
I usually
so that's shocking. Yeah.
There's something, it's got to be an authentic spice that they use that I don't know because it's something on the back palate. And I'm like, what is that? I like it. It's good. Like chai tea. I couldn't figure out what I didn't like about chai tea for a long time. And it's cardamom.
Ma'am. Chai means tea.
I know.
You just said tea.
I know. They say tea. Because Americans know what you're talking about. I think you broke Mel. Oh, God. Oops. She broke her.
With TT?
TT.
You just said TT.
She said titty.
Oh my gosh. Y'all made me hungry. Well, it's lunchtime, people. Actually, we got to go.
Yeah.
It's lunchtime. And then we have the RPG Tavern in
which Brent is completely prepared for.
He is so prepared. He is caffeinated. He is going to try to kill you all.
God damn it.
You got to fight for your life to party.
We've got 3 to 4 more weeks before I'm ready to die, Brent. Don't try to kill me now. Don't make me make another character and bring that bitch in. You don't want her. You think Mel's bad. Just wait.
Oh, crap.
You smoking a small brisket today? We don't have small portions in this household. You either smoke a whole ass brisket or nothing.
If anybody wants to grill a...
See, he did not say he wasn't going to try to kill us today. Look, the dice were not nice last week, and I was almost dead. And by the way, I keep forgetting to bring my armor into play when I get hit. So
just roll well, duh.
Just roll
because the computer is completely
non-biased.
Those were Brent's words, not mine. I just read them.
I know. You better tell my computer to roll well.
Thank you, everyone, for being here today.
They are gonna kill us all this weekend. Looking polite. She's like, I can't, y'all. I can't. I'm not ready to kill you.
Tune in 1:00 Eastern time. We will be having the RPG tavern, and see if Friendly kills everybody or not.
The adventure, goddammit. She's like, fuck it, I'm out. I got enough money. I'm done.
I'm done. I quit.
We're
walking
done.
away. All right.
Not 20 for acrobatics.
All right. Love you. Bye.
Kevin, love you. Bye.
It is by will alone that I set my mind in motion. It is by the juice of Java that thoughts acquire speed, that the lips acquire stain, the stains become a warning. It is by will alone I set my mind in motion.
Oh Lord, give me coffee to accept the things I cannot change, the extra espresso shot to change the things I can, and one more cup so I can tell the difference. Grande.
Hail, coffee full of cream, caffeine is with thee. Blessed art thou amongst the beverages, and blessed is the result of thy consumption, wakefulness. Holy coffee, color of mud, be there for us workers, now at the hour of our commute, so must it brew.
Caffeine is my shepherd, I shall not doze. It maketh me to wake in green pastures, it leadeth me beyond the sleeping masses, it restoreth my buzz, it leadeth me into a path of consciousness for its name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of addiction, I fear no equal, for thou art with me. Thy cream and thy sugar, they comfort me. Thou preparest a carafe before me in the presence of Juan Valdez. Thou anointest my day with pep, my mug runneth over. Surely richness and taste shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of Duncan forever.
Good morning, Planet Flipside. How about you this morning? We saved you a seat. May your coffee cup runneth over, and may your day be magical.